You finish the meal faster than you planned. The plate is empty, the fork is down. For a second, everything looks normal. But inside your body, the meal is not over yet. Your stomach is still stretching, your gut is still sending chemical messages. Your brain is still trying to decide whether this was enough food, too much food, or food that arrived too quickly to understand. That is the strange part about eating fast. The meal can be finished before your body has fully registered that the meal happened. And this is why fast eating can leave you with a confusing mix of signals. You may feel heavy, but not satisfied, full, but still wanting something, bloated, but somehow looking for another bite, tired, foggy, or uncomfortable, even though the food itself did not seem unusual. Most people read that moment as a willpower problem. They think, I just eat too much, I have no control, I should simply stop sooner. But the body does not work like a light switch. Fullness is not one instant message. It is a chain of signals, and chains take time. The first signal begins before food even reaches the stomach. Your eyes see the meal, your nose catches the smell, your mouth starts preparing. Chewing breaks food down and gives your brain more time with the taste, texture, and rhythm of the meal. When you eat slowly enough, the brain is not just counting calories, it's collecting evidence. But when the meal is rushed, that evidence comes in compressed. Big bites, short pauses, less chewing, less sensory time. The plate changes quickly, but the internal report is still incomplete. Then the food reaches the stomach. The stomach is not just a storage bag. As it fills, stretch receptors begin sending information through nerves toward the brain. The message is simple but important. Something has arrived. Volume is increasing. Slow down. But that message is not instant. It builds. If the meal disappears in a few minutes, the stomach may still be catching up while your hand is already reaching for more food, another bite, or something sweet after the meal. This is one reason a fast meal can feel strangely unfinished. The brain has not received the full pattern yet. Then comes the next layer. As food moves into the small intestine, the gut releases hormones that help shape appetite and fullness. Some of these signals tell the brain that nutrients are arriving. Some help reduce the drive to keep eating. Some help coordinate digestion and the energy response after the meal. Again, this is not immediate. Your body is running a timeline. Your mouth, stomach, gut, blood, and brain are all updating at different speeds. Fast eating compresses the front of that timeline. The food arrives quickly, but the signal system still needs time to respond. That timing mismatch can create the classic fast eating feeling. At first, you do not feel much, then suddenly the body feels too full, or heavy, or stretched, or sleepy, or foggy. The discomfort shows up after the decision to keep eating has already happened. It feels like your body changed its mind too late, but it may not be changing its mind, it may be reporting late. This is also why eating speed can change the emotional experience of a meal. A slower meal gives the brain more chances to notice small changes, the first easing of hunger, the first warm feeling of enough. The moment taste becomes less exciting, the subtle shift from "I need this" to "I am okay now." A fast meal can skip over those quiet checkpoints. The food is still enjoyable, but the rhythm becomes more like catching up than checking in. And if the meal is soft, highly palatable, easy to swallow, or eaten while distracted, the effect can become stronger. Some foods almost disappear before the body has done much work with them. Less chewing means less time in the mouth. Less time in the mouth means less sensory exposure. Less sensory exposure can make the brain feel as if the meal gave less information than it really did. This does not mean one fast meal damages your body. It does not mean every person reacts the same way, and it does not mean you need to turn dinner into a performance. It means eating speed is one of the hidden variables in how a meal feels. The same plate can feel different depending on how fast it enters the body. Imagine two versions of the same lunch. In the first version, the meal is eaten quickly between messages, work, or noise. The bites are large, the pauses are short. The screen gets most of the attention. The plate is empty before the body has had time to build a clear signal. A few minutes later, the body finally catches up. Now the stomach feels stretched, the brain feels dull. The craving for something else may still be there, not because the body truly needed more food, but because the satisfaction signal arrived late and weak. In the second version, the food is the same, but the rhythm is different. The bites are smaller, chewing lasts longer. There are tiny pauses. The brain receives more texture, more taste, more timing. The stomach stretch signal has time to build. Gut signals begin to join the conversation before the meal is completely gone. Nothing magical happened. The body simply had more time to hear itself. That is the real lesson. Fast eating is not only about eating more, it is about missing the moment when enough begins to appear. And that moment can be quiet. It may not announce itself loudly. It may feel like less urgency, less searching, less need to finish the plate quickly, less pull toward the next bite. If you rush through that moment, you may only notice the body later when the signal has become uncomfortable. This is why the first useful change is not a strict rule. It is awareness. Notice the first few bites. They often carry the strongest reward. Notice the middle of the meal when the body begins to shift from hungry to receiving. Notice whether you are still tasting the food or only moving through it. Notice whether the next bite is chosen or automatic. That small difference matters, because the goal is not to eat perfectly. The goal is to give the body enough time to send a clearer message. For some people, a slower rhythm may make meals feel more settled. For others, the bigger issue may be meal size, stress, low protein, low fiber, poor sleep, reflux, medication, blood sugar concerns, or another health factor. If symptoms are persistent, intense, or worrying, that is something to discuss with a qualified healthcare professional. But for many ordinary meals, the clue is surprisingly simple. The plate is not the only thing that needs to finish. Your stomach needs time. Your gut needs time. Your brain needs time. So the next time a meal disappears quickly and your body feels strange afterward, do not only ask, "What did I eat?" Ask one more question. Did my body have enough time to understand it?